Okay, welcome back, Inner Compass Coaching. I'm Wayne Sutton. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. This week, we're going to do one of our mini trainings. Now, sleight of mouth patterns from most trainings could be days long. This is going to be a 10-minute mini lesson, but when you come on board as one of our coaches, we'll dive in deeper. But today, mini lesson number, I believe, 24, I think we're at now. So let's jump into what is sleight of mouth, which is actually the art of reframing limited beliefs. So we're going to look at this. This is one of the most advanced and versatile NLP tools. Yes, it's from neuro-linguistic programming. We use it here in Inner Compass Coaching. It's the art of verbally reframing limiting beliefs so powerfully that resistance dissolves and new possibilities open. Very powerful in sales persuasion, extremely powerful in coaching clients. And this is actually a set of conversational reframing patterns developed by Robert Dilts. So it's not about arguing with someone, but expanding perspectives. When a client says, for example, I'll never succeed because I've failed before, sleight of mouth will give you like 14 different ways to reframe that belief into something empowering. So the core sleight of mouth, I'm going to use 8 of the most, what I consider the most useful of the 14. Number 1 is redefine. Right, so hit the pause button, pen and paper, go grab it, redefine. Number 1, change the meaning of the belief. So if instead of I failed before, so I'll fail again, how many times have you heard, I'll never get married, I failed before. Then we're going to reframe that as a coach. Coach would say basically, hey, obviously failing doesn't mean you're a failure. It means you were learning what doesn't work. Okay, no such thing as failure, there's feedback. So number 1 is redefine. Number 2 is a counter example. So this is providing evidence against a belief. So again, I failed before. I know I'm going to fail again. But we're going to counter example. But haven't there been times you failed before and then succeeded? And let's even get elementary. Walking, riding a bicycle, learning how to drive a car, whatever it may be. Number 3, we're going to chunk up. So we're going to chunk up to a higher value or purpose. Isn't growth, but let me ask you, Mr. Client, isn't growth more important than never failing? So we're chunking to a higher value. Then you can chunk down, get more specific. Which part of failure means you'll fail again? So you failed, okay, but what part of that failure means you'll fail again? Can you be certain about that? Number 5 is intention. So we're going to reframe by highlighting positive intent. So, Susan, maybe your past failure was just your unconscious protecting you until you were truly ready. Number 6, another outcome. So we're going to focus on a different possibility altogether. That failure might actually set you up for a bigger win this time. I want you to hear how powerful that is. Okay? So, again, another outcome. That failure may have actually set up for a bigger win this time. I know this from somebody that started multiple business, some that did really, really great, some that didn't. Somebody that's gone through a divorce and other relationships and now has a storybook marriage, I like to say. That failure actually set me up to learn lessons and to prepare me and mature me for a better time now, right? Then there's number 7, hierarchy of criteria. So we're going to compare where they're at to a higher standard. So Susan, what's more important, avoiding failure or becoming the person you're meant to be? Same when somebody is trying to, maybe you're selling your coaching or you're selling a product or service. Hey, listen, it sounds like there could be a small part of you that's afraid to fail. But let me ask you, what's more important, avoiding failure or truly reaching the goals and dreams, becoming the person that you're meant to be? So that's hierarchy of criteria. Number 8 is apply. And again, these are 8 of 14, but number 8 would be apply to self. Turn the belief back on itself. Now, I love this one. It's so simple, it just makes sense. Like it doesn't make sense so much that it makes sense. So if failing once means you'll always fail, then doesn't succeeding once mean you'll always succeed? Let us give you the tools to succeed. That sound fair? Okay. So again, if you're taking notes, you better be taking notes. Redefine, counterexample, chunk up, chunk down, hierarchy of criteria, and apply to self. Now, how do we do this? Listen when people give limited beliefs, always, never, etc. Apply one of the sleight of mouth patterns. In fact, what you want to do before you even meet with the client is, what are the typical limited beliefs you're hearing, and how can you go ahead and put a sleight of mouth pattern to that? And deliver it in a curious, non-confrontational tone. You heard my tone here. Could it possibly mean? So I'm doing it in a non-confrontational. I'm curious. Right? Susan, I'm really curious. If failing once means you'll always fail, then doesn't succeeding once mean you'll always succeed? Let's get you to that level. Because really, if you think about it, what's more important? Avoiding a small failure or becoming the person you're meant to be? So write down 5 limited beliefs you hear in yourself or others, and reframe each one of those beliefs using 3 of these patterns. Then role play, work with other coaches, work with me on the one-on-ones in our private coaching program. And then pick a belief and see how many reframes you can come up with, because every time is going to be possibly a little bit different. That makes sense? Okay. Now, finally, let's end with this. Sleight of mouth patterns, they can turn you into a master of reframing. When you change the belief, you change the behavior. Let me say that again. When you change the belief, you change the behavior. When you change the behavior, you change someone's life. Now, again, hit that subscribe button. Go to lifecoachlifestyle.com, get your book. Next week, we're going to explore parts integration. This is a little more advanced, but it's an NLP process for resolving deep internal conflicts that help, basically, keeping clients from moving forward. So parts integration, we're going to have fun with it. So again, be sure to be here for that. We kept this one under 10 minutes and we're doing good. Let me share with you, let me take 1 minute and share with you what Inner Compass Coaching is. It's a life coach certification program. 9 weeks, get certified and receive your diploma and actually have the tools to go out and change lives. It includes not only the on-demand modules, but it also includes a weekly coaching call with me personally, where I will work with you and you'll work with other coaches to help you become the best coach. So if you want to get certified, if you're already certified, but you're looking to go deeper and learn more techniques, or number 3, if you're wanting to make actually money as a coach, part-time, full-time. I've worked with coaches that are happy with a few $1,000s a month. I've got coaches that are doing 7 figures a month that I've coached and worked with. So this is going to be your place. Inner Compass Coaching. Go to lifecoachlifestyle.com, download the book, and let's have a conversation from there. I'll see you on the next call. Go out there, reframe limited beliefs, change lives. God bless.